Hey, this is James. I know I did a video this week already, but I realized after looking at what I did on Monday, I never actually got to verse 6, and I apologize. That's my fault. I was so excited about talking about, not judging others, but yet holding to this as our standard at the same time. Not judging others based on our traditions and our expectations of others, but looking at the Bible as our standard, because when we live by this and we expect, and this is what we base our lives on, we're not the ones to make the judge, to be the judge. God is. So I never actually got to verse 6, and I think this is so important that I went ahead and made another video. Here's why. We have a lot of people on the internet who are brave. Someone that I know and look up to refers to these people as keyboard warriors, because they can be really brave on Twitter or Facebook or wherever, and in person, they won't say anything to you. Here's what I've had to learn. Now, granted, there are people on the internet who are smarter than me, that are better speakers than I am. I know all that. I'm not trying to tell you that I am the be-all, end-all. I feel like God has given me the gift as far as teaching is concerned. And so anything that I do that is good, God deserves the glory, because I'm just a guy. I'm just here because I want to help point you. I'm not pointing to myself. I'm pointing to Christ and saying He is our example. If you are a follower of Jesus Christ, He is the example, and I want you to be more like Him. But I've learned a few things over the years. And let's read verse 6 and then we'll talk about it. Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. Now, I am not recommending you go see the movie Hannibal, but there is a scene at the end where one of Hannibal Lecter's victims, who's rather rich, I don't remember the guy's name. It's been so long since I've watched the movie. Not the most edifying movie in the world, okay? But what he wants to do to kill Hannibal Lecter is to push Hannibal Lecter into an area, a pit, a barn area where there are these wild boars who are that are going to eat him alive. And that's supposed to be his revenge on Hannibal Lecter. So when it talks about casting your pearls before swine, and that they will trample them under their feet and then tear you to pieces, that's the visual I get when I think about that. On a practical level, and understand, granted, I've got my Macarthur Study Bible open, I might as well look at it, right? Do not give what is holy to the dogs. This is what Dr. Macarthur has to say. This principle is why Jesus himself did not do miracles for unbelievers. He references Matthew 13:58. This is to be done in respect for what is holy, not merely out of contempt for the dogs and swine. Nothing here contradicts the principle of 544. That verse governs personal dealings with one's enemies. This principle governs how one handles the gospel in the face of those who hate truth. Okay. I agree with everything he just said. I think there's another way to look at this as well. And this applies to 21st century America It applies to everything we talk about on the internet. The keyboard warriors, the people on Twitter, the people on Facebook, the people on YouTube that want to attack you, that want to say bad things about you. I mean, you can make a comment about something that happens in society today. You could even comment on, like, there's no secret. Look, this is fake, okay? So I'm going to show you my room. Yeah, that's fake. You see that flag up there? That flag I've had since 2005. I took that flag and I took my Oklahoma State blanket with me when I was stationed in Iraq. Okay? I graduated from Oklahoma State. I love Oklahoma State. I love the football team. I love everything about the place. Some of the fans after week 2 on Facebook are a little frustrated. They felt like that we should have beaten Missouri State and Tulsa. But the margin of victory should have been greater. Okay, so I made some comments on there about what I think they should do to improve. And I had some people just come after me like I had kicked their dog, like I had slapped the Virgin Mary, well, the tape holding it up just let go. So we'll just keep driving on. You'd swear that I had painted a red OU sign on the side of Boone Pickens Stadium on the brick. Not this fake brick, but there were some very mean people that came after me. And here's the thing you have to understand. When it comes to people on the internet, when it comes to people in general, the only people that have a right to speak into your life are people in your inner circle. Did Jesus do miracles in public? Absolutely. Did Jesus care for people and heal people as he walked along? Yes, of course. Did he touch every single person in that town? No. Did he go more in depth with his teaching to his 12 apostles? Yes. If people don't love you and care about you, they don't deserve to be in your inner circle. And only people in your inner circle have a right to speak into your life. Because if you allow someone outside of your inner circle to speak into your life, you're basically, and you try to speak into their life and they're not in your inner circle, and you're not in their inner circle, you might as well be throwing your pearls to the pigs. So be careful on your online. Be careful who you allow to give you feedback. Because not everybody who's on the internet cares about you. Now, does this mainly apply to the gospel? Yes, the main context behind this passage is when you're sharing the gospel with other people. You need to build relationships with people, love people, and those that God is opening. That you can tell when God is starting to touch their hearts. You know, in Acts 16, you know, the lady at, might as well go there. I know this is going to make the video longer than 10 minutes. I'm sorry. But this is huge. Okay. They went to Macedonia. There was a woman named Lydia. Acts 16:14. The Lord opened her heart to heed things spoken by Paul. When she and her household were baptized, she begged us, saying, if you have judged me to be faithful to the Lord, come to my house and stay. So she persuaded us. So, actually, I think that was... Yeah, because they were in Ephesus. That's when Paul cast out the demon out of the slave woman. The people got upset. They threw him in prison, of course, and then at midnight, the prison doors were opened by God, and of course, then Paul and Silas ended up not only sharing the gospel with those guards, but many of them got saved. Bottom line is, God opened up Lydia's heart. God's going to open up people's heart to the gospel. And when that happens and people are receptive to what you have to say and people want to hear and they say, tell me more about this Jesus, that's the moment, that is the open door you're looking for. And that's when you need to tell them. If you try to preach the gospel to somebody that's not interested and they'll be like, I don't want to hear nothing about that stupid, I don't need no stupid religion. Don't cast your pearls before the swine. So, in other words, be wise when you share the gospel with others. So, and be wise on how you handle yourself with people on the internet. So, love you guys. Thank you so much. We are going to continue with Matthew 7 next week. So, be watchful for that. And I love you guys so much, especially my subscribers. I love you guys. And I will see you next week. Bye.